What's up guys, the ESO for show here. Today I'm bringing you an updated version of the health tank build that I recently uploaded at the beginning of Morrowind Early Access. Not too long after that video was put out, a nerf came through which reduced the size of shields that you can put on party members. Now it brought it down from about 13k down to 8 or 9k. That's still a pretty good size, but definitely not as effective since it's kind of like a 50% reduction, which is pretty bad. But still nonetheless, what am I able to shield myself for here? 23k, not bad. Put on bone shield as well, 50k. That's pretty strong. I know a lot of people who have health bars just as big as that, if not smaller. So I'm going to break down this build. It's a little bit updated. We dropped Armor Master and we lost some resistances, so we had to make up for that elsewhere, namely adding more health. But Morrowind brought a pretty cool set in called Warrior Poet, which we're still using in conjunction with Malabeth for ridiculous health sustain and return. So same two-piece. If you can, try to get this in heavy and then run. Actually, no, you can't run that in heavy. My bad. You're gonna have to try to get this in medium and the shoulders in light. Both infused. Everything's infused, as a matter of fact. Warrior Poet, 5-piece, running it on weapon and shield, and then Plague Doctor 5-piece, all max health enchantments, and on the rings, we're running Magic Recovery still. On the shields, infused, max health. On the weapons, you're definitely going to want defending, and then I haven't really decided on the best enchantment yet. This is just the default enchantment on the axe when you buy it, or get it as a drop. Alright, the resistances, not too good. 24.8, 21.5k. If we put on spiked armor here, what are we at? 26 and 30k. It's getting a little bit closer to cap, but that's where Ransack comes into play, since it gives you an extra 1.3k physical resistance, which is pretty strong. I dropped Unstoppable from the heavy armor skill line, as the amount of stamina it costs right now is not worth it for how long it lasts. 15 seconds. It could be a little bit longer to be on par with Shuffle, and it's costing a little bit more. So I definitely use Shuffle over Unstoppable now, and I've also slotted Structured Entropy from the Magic Guild, the Mages Guild, and it gives, I believe it's 8% at max rank. Right now I've only got it at rank 3, so yay, more health, but you're going to be running that on just the shield bar for bigger shields, bigger heals. I dropped some other abilities I previously run. I tried vampire abilities. I kind of like the ult for pulling a lot of trash together. I wasn't really liking it after I realized that the shield is just too much at this big of a health pool. The skills are basically the same. Definitely going to want both these shields. Green Dragon Blood's pretty good because it gives you the stamina return. And then Ransack for the defense. On the back bar, this is for more of like a mob pulling and buff bar. You're going to want Shuffle, Hardened Armor, Throw Up Absorb Magic, even if there's nothing casting at you. Gives you block reduction, which is pretty good since we're not running it anywhere else. And it only costs 2k stamina and it lasts for 30 seconds. And then Bread and Butter Spammable, Choking Talons. Since you're pretty much going to be struggling to keep aggro with Ransack, since you only got 10k stamina, and this is going to be pretty much being spammed off cooldown anyway, Choking Talons really comes into play here by grouping things up and keeping your teammates safe that way instead of taunting. I think that's about it for skills. There's some variations I've thought about running if you want to maybe 2-man some content. Mystic Guard here, very strong, giving minor vitality to both you and the bond. while reducing 30% of the damage they take and putting it on you. If you could put this on both bars, maybe swap evasion and structured entropy, so you could keep both of those running at the same time when you switch bars. It stays on your target, but I'm a noob, I'm not max rank support, but you could get this up to 10% increased magic recovery from the previous build. I think we had about 1900. Right now I'm at 2.2 on both bars. Could be a little bit higher. I think if we slot this right now, let's just drop that. About 2.3. Still running the Astronaut Mundus and Red Frothgar for the increased health and magic recovery. And definitely being a vampire is helpful since it gives back pretty good resources, 10% stamina and magic recovery. And this undeath passive here is pretty strong, even though you really shouldn't be dropping that below 50% that health. It's but it's still pretty good. Yeah, and I think that's about it. Drain Essence, if you want to maybe try to swap that instead of Green Dragon Blood, that might be an option for ult gen. There's a morph of that where you get more ultimate. And if you really need to, maybe even in a trial, maybe slot Unstoppable back on your bar and get rid of Absorb Magic if it's a heavy physical fight. Like in Halls of Fabrication, maybe on the first boss, or maybe even the second, and the fourth maybe. Nah, you don't need it on the fourth. You'll be fine. But just those like heavy hitting fights, I find myself like, because you can't be blocking, you gotta be running around the room, or you gotta do different things. It just really helps stop taking that damage that is kind of unavoidable. And I tried running Heroic Slash again. It's taking up too much stamina. You really need that stamina, since you've only got all points in health and 11k. And I've got 10% more from the Imperial passive, which is kind of ridiculous. And I've only got 100 more Magicka, which is kind of sad. But nonetheless, 2.2k Magic Recovery, Obsidian Shield going out for 4k. You're going to be regenning one of these every 4 seconds, and then some. So the upkeep is pretty much 100%. Still running the Ferocious Sleep though, and this can get you some pretty freaking big shields. I'll just go down here and use it on this mud crab. Just watch my health down there. We're at 70.9. Well, actually, let me put on the full health food so it's even bigger. Heal up real quick. There we go. So shield, and shield. 193 plus 69, so it's pretty strong. The most I've ever gotten it with just stacking shields and stuff on my bar with like Harness Magicka and stuff, got up to 205k extra in shields, which is pretty freaking strong. As a side note, definitely want to keep running potions, preferably stamina, since you've got ridiculous magic recovery. And I think that's about it for the updated build. Still the basic concept, just spamming shields, keeping your team alive. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you got any comments or if I missed anything, because I'm pretty fucking high, just let me know. Other than that, peace out.